Welcome back guys to One Tumbleweed 608. I know it's been quite long. I have my few other things to take care of. So I'm sorry that I couldn't make. So from here on I'll upload videos regularly that would guide you, help you making your Hackintosh successful. So let's get back to the topic. So today's topic is patching the DSTT for T470. Okay. So you can see I'm running Bixler on T470 with everything working. So let's discuss about how to patch DSTT on ThinkPad T470 today. Alright, so I'll give the links in description for the files which are required for this process. So first I would say the first thing is I would recommend all you guys to download this particular folder. That is from GitHub, TLux repository, Lenovo T460 Clover. Just check out the latest release of this over here and download it. Okay. So once you have done, this is a folder. Okay. So I'm extracting this folder. We have a set of files over here, Lenovo T460. Yeah, we have DSDT folder for T460, 70, T470p, T560 as well, and we have a EFI folder that is for Clover. Okay, the Clover bootloader, and we have one more folder with utilities, named as utilities, and it has a few essentials for us which are required. Okay, I'll let you know about this. Yeah, so let's pick out the folder DSTT.T470 which is required for us. Okay, and let's also pick out this EFI folder. Okay, yeah, so and I recommend you to open your system root. So this is my system root. Okay, please go to please enable hidden files in your system. So how do you enable hidden files on Mac? Press command plus shift plus dot. You see we have the hidden files. Okay, so please navigate yourself to USR and local and bin. So from the folder utilities root, USR, local, bin, copy all this particular files, command C and command V here in your root, system root. Okay, so once you go back you have these other files too, etc library. You can also copy these particular files over here in the system root. Okay, so yeah, once you're done,
please kindly recommend you to
download this particular program for patching your DSTT. That's Mac ISL. Okay, so Mac ISL, this program helps you in disassembling your DSTT files which are in machine language. Okay, which are assembled machine language files. So you can close this now. All you need to do is copy this EFI folder
on a USB drive. Okay. Second. Copy this folder on
USB drive. Just mount the USB drive with OpenCore configurator or any of the programs. It's not showing up. So we have our drive ready over here. Now you see we have the option to mount EFI. So EFI partition is mounted. Copy this EFI partition here you see these files, these are hidden folders. Okay, so don't worry about that, they will always be there. Copy this EFI folder over here and boot your system with this EFI folder. That's a Clover bootloader. Okay, so once you boot your system with this EFI folder, at the disk select screen on Clover, you need to press F4, the function key F4. Okay, after you pressing F4 and you reboot your system, you see that your folder, that's ACPI folder, which has the origin folder. This particular origin folder will be populated with your AML files. Okay, the DSDT AML files. You have all the set of files coming up over here. Okay, so all you need to do is select all this particular files and copy it to this particular folder. This particular folder, DSDT 470. Okay, copy all the files to this folder, SCPI tables. Okay, and close the origin folder. So now you have copied all the ACPI, DSDT AML, all the AML files in ACPI tables. Okay, so I'll tell you how it looks like. Ignore about the DSL files right now. So this particular ACPI tables, this folder looks like this. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is you see the create patched dsdt.command file over here. Execute it. Okay, with the terminal app. Yes, open. So your file is executed and it will start giving your .dsl files. Basically, this process, what you're doing is you are disassembling your assembled machine language files to .aml to .dsl files. Okay, so this command will help you disassemble this. Okay, you can also do this manually on Mac IASL, but you know that would take a long time doing for each file. So yeah, so the process is completed. This particular script makes it easy for you to disassemble your files. You can close it now. So you see the ACPI tables. See, now we have the .dsl files. You can see it has just all of this is just created today. Okay, the .dsl files. Okay, cool. So we have just created the .dsl files. Let me take this particular, make a copy of this particular file. We have made a copy of this. Okay, and this is the original file and this is the DSL file. Just pick out this file from here. All we need, guys, is this particular file. So disable hidden folder. Okay, so as we have the Mac IASL, which is already installed with us. Okay, this is the Mac IASL which is already installed with us. So open with Mac IASL. Okay. So this is our DSDT disassembled. You can see all the details over here. Okay. Yeah. So what? Just compile this particular file and see that if you have any errors. I see that you have 0 errors over here. That's a good thing to go. And open this dsdt.t470 folder. You have the patch files. Let's pick up the patch files and make a new folder over here. It says patched DSDT or patched ACPI. Okay, so open the patch files and open the file to patch. open the patch file, and we have already opened the file to patch at dst.dsl. Now click on the blue folder, the purple color folder which says patch. Click on it, copy all this text as it is, and make sure you don't copy any empty lines on the script which are extra. Copy right up till the script which is required in order to not to have any errors made. Once you copy this, paste it in the patch text window over here, Command V. So give some time for the system to read this particular patch file. You see that we have a spinning wheel. That means the file is getting read by the system. Okay, so the patch file has been taken, and it says 76 patches which can be done, 50 changes which are to be made, and 0 rejects. Just click on apply on this patch file, and once everything is blank, you may close this now. And now this is in the .dsl format. So what you're supposed to do, save as, patched ACPI. The file format has to be ACPI machine language binary. Okay, and we have taken the battery patch over here. So we have patch.dstd for battery. So you may rename it now as something like, bat.aml, and save it. And please do this for all the files. You may see a few files not taking the patch, where else the patch is not required for a few files. It all depends on from system to system. I would say every T470 which is manufactured is different. So every T470 has a different DSTT file. The system which you have in the DSTT files which you have patched and compared for your system may not work for your friend's system. So I would recommend doing it individually for all the systems. As we have done the patch file, we have patched a file for battery with this particular patch file. I recommend you to do it with all the patch files. Once you have done with the battery, take the same file, click on patch again, and take the other script, copy it, and just paste it over here and do the same. Okay, and after patching each file, make sure you click on compile, and you see there must be 0 errors, and doesn't matter how many warnings we get, that's completely fine, but errors has to be 0. Okay, so in this way we get all the patched ACPI over here, just like this particular file. You have to patch all the files, and you open this and you see, you compile this particular file and you see errors, it shows 0 errors. Great. So once you have done all this, make sure you have your EFI OpenCore EFI folder. Well, I have made my EFI folder, so I would be sharing it with you on the description below. You can use it for yourself as well. In the EFI folder, OpenCore or Clover, anyway you have this ACPI. Just delete all these files and have this patched ACPI files, all the set of files whatever you patched. Okay, all the set of files copied over here, and use the right boot flags and reboot your system with this particular EFI, which is I wouldn't recommend Clover, I would recommend OpenCore. Okay, so that's it. You have the patched ACPI, and you have your battery working, you have your brightness working, function keys working, you have your sound, SD audio working, everything working. That's it. For any questions and queries, leave the comments below. I would be happy to help you with that. And this is it for today. This is how we patched DSTT. Once you patch the files, make sure you have this files pasted in your EFI, and make sure you back up this files in your Google Drive or anywhere safe, so that the next time when you crash your system, when you have to patch your files again, you will have these files handy with you. So that's it. For any queries, any questions, comments, and for all the files which you need for this process are in the description below. You can download it from there. And please share, subscribe, and like this video. If you want to have any, if you want me to make any video with regards to the Hackintosh T470, any of the issues, please do let me know in the comments. I would be happy to help you with that.